you know, to me, as an observer, a long time observer of this stuff, I almost feel like once you've gotten caught once,
Yeah.
like all you may have an iron chin for many fights throughout your career. And like for example, the guy that fought Page looks to have a brick head. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Shara.
but he's a young man, and I think youth has a little bit to play in it with instincts and speed and things like that. And the fact is Adesanya is now mid to late 30s, and this is a young man's sport, especially with this generation of guys that have been practicing the sport since they were 12, 13, 14 years old and working on their skills. They arrive at 22, 24 total package kind of thing. And that's going to be hard for an older person to beat, especially when they're a little slow. And Adesanya, he looked fit. He's always been a very good athlete. And
He looks sharp. His kicks and punches look fast.
yeah, a very elusive athlete. But some of that, but I think once you've been knocked out once, to
Hmm.
throw that iron head out the window,
Yep.
and that you're always going to be more susceptible to it and be careful. And we've seen it over and over. Um, Chuck Liddell, once he went down one time, started to roll for him. Another guy who extended his career by learning how to fight a lot smarter, but showed that skin susceptibility at some point was Arlovsky, for example. You start to see guys get caught, and I think that's what happened here. I could see his point. I think Adesanya was actually in a safe position when they stopped the fight. It might have been an early stoppage. I'm not somebody who's going to just go all in on, oh, it was early, it was not a good, but it might have been an early stoppage. He had managed to get onto his belly and he had his head covered up, and the punches that were coming his way didn't look all that lethal. Like he could have been clearing his head a little bit. By the time he got up and he punched the floor, it looked like he knew what was going on. When he went down, it looked bad, and when he caught the second punch while he was on his knee, it looked bad. But I think he reacted well, and I think you could have let it go on, and I'm not sure that he wouldn't have survived that round. And then we
Hmm.
can see what happened. I think, you know, like I said, I'm not one who says, "Oh, that's a bad stop. It's a bad stop." It might have gone wrong for him because he was already going to be a little slower, and the other guy might have just caught him and really flattened him. So he may have been saved a real ugly knockout in round three or later in round two if it was stood up or somehow.